observations. This article, I was really impressed with this article because I didn't know before I read this article that observation was so complex for a research project. This article reminds me about a novel that I read many years ago about Sherlock Holmes, that was a private investigator in London, and the observations were really important for him, and he was really good at it. So I expect to be as good as he was, applying what I have learned from this article to my observations. Based on this article, for example, it says that consider a traffic accident and at a busy intersection. For each different witness to the accident, there will be a different, even contradictory account of what happened. And it's true, every person observing a different event will have a different opinion of what happened of that event. But that happened to the amateurs observers. But based on my readings, it says that comparing untrained observers with research is like comparing what an amateur community talent show can do compared with professional performers. Training and mental preparation is important in becoming a good observer and in becoming a good interviewer. So our job as professional researchers is to train and to develop the skills necessary to be professional observers, not just the regular observers as common people are. We need to know how to separate detail from the trivial. Also, observation is the best technique to use when an activity, event, or situation can be observed firsthand, and when a fresh perspective is desired, or when participants are not able or willing to discuss the topic under study. Well, certain behavior is difficult to observe, and the researcher must have the money, energy for the observation. So not always the observations are going to be easy to accomplish. Sometimes it's going to require a lot of money, it's going to require a lot of time and a lot of effort to do these observations. There are many aspects to be taken into consideration when doing observations. These different aspects are based on the article: the physical setting, how is the physical environment, what is the context, the participants, second, the participant, who is on the scene, how many people and their roles, number 3, activities and interaction, what is going on, number 4, conversation, what is the content of conversation in this setting, number 5, the factors, informal and unplanned activities, symbolic meanings of words, and number 6, our own behavior. Really important when we are doing observations is the process of collecting data to observation that can be broken into 3 stages: entry, data collection, and exit. Well, last week I just started to do my observations on the field for my psychology class, and I think that all that I am learning in the researcher class can be applied, because I'm not gonna be anymore an amateur observer, because now I plan to become a professional, as Sherlock Holmes was in London. Now, conducting an observation, even a short one, can be really exhausting, especially in the beginning. Everyone and everything is new, and you don't know what will be important, so you try to observe everything. You are concerned about the effect you will have on the scene. You miss things while taking notes and so on. So it's probably best to do more frequent, shorter observations at first. What it means is that at the beginning, it's not good to do a 2 hours observation. When we just begin to observe, it's better to do short observations, and it's better to take notes fast because we can forget what we are doing. Also, it's really important the relationship between the observer and the observed. There are 4 options: the complete participant, the participant as observer, number 3, observer as participant, and number 4, the complete observer. The advice from this article is that although technology is really good because we have computers, we have cell phones, we have our iPads, often these devices it says that these devices can often be in the middle between the observer and the subjects being observed. So the best method is the old school. The best method is just taking notes. So field notes should be highly descriptive. What is described are the participants, the setting, the activities, the behaviors. Everything should be very descriptive. So what I plan to do is, as I continue doing my observation for this semester for the psychology class, I'm going to apply all of the requirements, I would say the requirement from this article, to be a professional observer and not just an amateur observer.